What if success is closer than you think?
The CEO of Kingston Lane and a sought-after keynote speaker, Sharran Srivatsaa. Sharran has taken his company Teles Properties to $3.4 billion in 5 years.
Dan Locke interviews Sharran Srivatsaa on the 3 things you need to focus on to achieve success in your industry.
Now, 21st century, it's really a war on talents.
100%.
People.
100%.
Not customers.
No.
The best people will win. And attracting good people, retaining good people. What are some of the things that you do to, first of all, to have the great culture, and also to attract talents?
Yeah, so to me, I love the topic of culture. To me, culture is, everyone thinks about culture as this ethereal thing.
That's not.
To me, culture is very mechanical. It's cadence.
Yeah.
Culture is totally about cadence. And I'll give you a very simple example. In our company, every single Sunday night, I write a kickoff email. And my kickoff is just, I believe that I need to lead from the front. And I take an idea, and it may be celebrating our successes, it may be giving back, it may be something that we're doing in the business, but it's just to my internal team. And it's almost like content creation, but I'm pouring out my belief system into the company on Monday morning, every single Monday. On Friday evenings, my COO wraps up the week and he posts our 10 biggest celebrations from the week. Because we have this saying internally that says you get what you celebrate.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the week, on Wednesday evenings, we have what we call a culture call.
Okay.
Which is someone on the team gets to run a Zoom video meeting.
Okay.
And they get to talk about whatever they want. They get to teach.
Interesting.
So Dan comes on, Dan teaches X topic. Sharran comes on, Sharran teaches Star Wars. And so now each of the team members are sharing their personal kind of what's important to them. And
you do it on a weekly basis?
Every single week.
Okay, for how long?
30 minutes on that. So it's a one email on a Sunday night, one email on a Friday to wrap up the week, 30 minutes on the Wednesday, and the daily huddle every morning. So the team is constantly plugged into the belief system. And otherwise, if they can't keep up, they just self-select out.
Yes.
But culture is cadence. I mean, I always talk about this, which is in the 15 years ago, when you and I had our first offices and first teams, our team members came into the office to work with us. And so the office was a physical, cultural space that we could create. Today, it's culture in the cloud. They wake up in the morning, they pick up their phone, and the first thing that they see is their Slack messages, their text messages, their telegrams, and their emails. If that can't empower and empathize with them on the powerful ways of connecting with your belief system, you've missed an opportunity there.
Right.
And so, to me, if we can just lay out the cadence, people will just rally back into that belief system.
That makes sense. It sounds so simple. Yeah. Like it's 4 or 5 major things that you do, right?
Yeah.
Same thing, like I went to morning huddle, weekly meeting, culture, weekly memo, and then I brought in, of course, my integrator, right? That we are the visionary. Yeah. Like it's amazing how similar.
And if it's okay with you, there's a few CEOs that I mentor that I actually add the weekly email that I send to my internal teams. And if your audience wants it, like we should just give it to them. I'll give it to them.
I'll put a link somewhere.
It's sharran.com/kickoff. They can download it. They can see the exact email I write to my team every single week, and maybe that serves as an inspiration for them as well.
I appreciate that. If you were to give someone a piece of advice, let's say someone who maybe got bullied in school, right? Maybe you couldn't speak a word of English, maybe an immigrant, tough beginning, trying to still find directions in life, or wanting to be successful, wanting to make something of himself or herself. What would you say to that person?
Yeah, it almost makes me think back and 2 things. One, don't suffer in silence. I think a lot of times what we do is we suffer in silence. We let the problem in our head get bigger in our head. And the easiest thing to do is, it seems cliche, but just write it out, get it out of your head, because fear has no place on paper, right? You can just get it out. So number 1, I would say don't suffer in silence. Find somebody to either get it out or find somebody to talk to. But number 2, I still go back to those words that my dad used. Transformations don't happen in isolation, right? And so you don't have seafood, nothing's happening. Like there's a reason why you and I spend money on mentors, coaches, mastermind groups. There's a reason why we do that, because when you're inside the bottle, you just can't read that label. So I would say be really brave about finding that mentor, finding that coach. If you need to pay for access, pay for access. It's a very, very small investment to catapult your success. So number one, don't suffer in silence, get it out of your head.
Yes.
And number two, transformations don't happen in isolation. And you know, even if you do nothing else, just watch every single Dan Lok video, right? Like just at least do that, because you get, it's osmosis, right? Dan, at least I would rather have your story playing in my head, your advice playing in my head, your scripting playing in my head, than the crap that my friends are telling me. And so when someone tells me, hey, I don't have a mentor, I'm like, have you looked at YouTube? Like, this is, what an amazing, we live in such an amazing generation. So take advantage of that and go deep. The last thing I'd say is don't be a influencer junkie.
Yes.
Right? It's not like, you're stop following me, right? Like just you want one person, you pick Dan, you go deep on Dan, you'll start to realize the belief system that there is and how he came from nothing to what he has right now. And in every video, I love watching your videos, and because it's I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my friend, right? And then I'm like, oh, that's a really great idea, forward it to my team.
Yes.
But I see your warmth, I see your humanity, I know where that's coming from. And I don't think you can just get that with one video or one podcast. I think you got to go deep. So I think we live in an amazing generation now where you can go deep with people.
Because sometimes when you follow this person, you follow that person, you watch that person, there's contradicting advice.
Totally.
And then you get more confused. It's like, I use the martial art metaphor all the time, right? Imagine if this week I'm gonna go learn one karate class. Next week I'm gonna learn one boxing class. And then I'm gonna learn a Brazilian jiu-jitsu class. Like, how good you're gonna get? That you don't go deep with anybody. Like,
I have, from a tactical perspective, I've given people, I tell the CEOs that I mentor this, the more successful people get, the more influencer junkie they are, which is really weird to me, right? I say, listen, pick one person for the month of July. Every podcast, they've written a book, every YouTube video, subscribe to their blog, just have them in your inbox, in your life every day. It will be, I will tell you this, you sit with Dan for 1 month, you are guaranteed to up your skill set, upgrade your capabilities, upgrade your thinking, and just upgrade you're guaranteed. And it's all there for free, which is amazing. And no one realizes how much time, money, resources you invested to create that. Sure, has it helped you? Of course, but 99% was you wanting to put that out, to give, because you know that contribution is so much more powerful. So my gift for you is, number one, don't suffer in silence. Number two, transformations don't happen in isolation. Number two, go deep, because it could do some amazing things.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much for being on my show. I mean, I hope you hear the story. Doesn't matter, it's my background, Sharran's background. It's possible. It's just possible that if you want it bad enough, if you go for it, don't give yourself the excuse, I'm not ready, I don't speak English, I don't have the background, I don't know how this works, I don't know all the right people. Don't let that stop you.